Well, thank you for being on the Be Seen, Be Loved TV show. I'm your host, Christie Love, and today we have an amazing guest, a woman I met at a expo actually here in Houston, and she kind of saw that I love this makeup, and we just really connected on organic makeup. But I'm going to just go ahead and go over her introduction because she's absolutely amazing and she's doing big things around this country and expanding so much. So let's just get started. On today's episode, we meet Diana Richardson-Philliups.
Phillips.
Yes. Diana is the founder and CEO of Empowered Women Empowered, a company that hosts pop-up shops, conferences, seminars, and lavish networking events for business-minded women. And she is also the founder of Bronzed GLO Beauty, a luxury organic cosmetic and beauty brand, currently sold online and available in 6 retail locations, as well as she's the author of Transformation, Find a Greater Purpose with Self-Knowledge. She's an expert in women empowerment and business, and she also is committed to helping other women reach their full potential. Through her work, Diana helps women to discover their power and greatness. You know, that's what we're all about, providing the tools, resources, and networks they need to succeed. And again, that goes along with a lot of things that we talk about on this show in regards to women empowerment, stepping into your power, and also finding women like Diana to collaborate with. Collaboration is key when you are working toward growing. But I want to start by asking Diana to share your story, your journey, where would you come from, and how did you come about making this amazing, amazing company that helps really beautify women internally?
Well, thank you so much for asking, and thank you so much for having me on your show today. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your platform. My journey. Woo, what a journey it has been. I won't call myself an overnight success because for a lot of different years, for many years, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, I come from corporate America. You know, I was an accountant, a corporate accountant for many, many, many years. You know, unfulfilled and unsatisfied corporate accountant. You know, I always knew like there's something else that I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I always had a great love for women's empowerment. You know, even when I was in graduate school, you know, I wrote my thesis based upon women's empowerment. Okay. So it was always in me. You know, I was always on my soapbox to my friends, you know, preaching and doing affirmations, you know, all these different things always played a part with me. So back in 2018, I think it was, I got laid off from my corporate job. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
It's a blessing in disguise, huh?
It truly was. It was a blessing. And it was at that moment that I decided to move forward with Bronzed GLO Beauty. So up to that point, I was making cosmetics, go figure, but not for really sale at that point. Like I used to make bronzers for myself. So I'm a fan of bronzer. Let me just say that. Like I've been a fan of bronzer for as long as I can remember. I used to just wear it because, you know, I like a natural glow. But I would always find that the bronzers that I would choose really wouldn't look that great on me. You know, I was like, I wish it was a shade darker, or I wish it was this, or I wish it was that. So I started making it. Absolutely. So I would make it and go to work. And people would say, oh, Diana, your skin is so glowy. What is that you have on? I said, it's just some bronzer. They were like, oh, which one is it? And I would say, well, I bought it. And they were like, I mean, I not bought it. I was like, I made it. And they was like, you made it? I was like, yeah. So prior to me getting laid off, I had like some friends, you know, some coworkers, and they were like, well, can you bring me some? Sure. So I started doing that. And then I had a coworker that actually planted the seed that said, why don't you go into business? So fast forward, when I got laid off, I was like, all right. I started looking for another job. And then one night I woke up out of my sleep and was like, no, I'm going to start my beauty brand.
Mm,
And it went from there. You know, Bronzed GLO Beauty is all about women's empowerment as well. You know, we believe that less is more. You know, we carefully curate our organic products so that women can feel comfortable in their own skin. And not only that, but feel good about what they're putting on their skin. You know, all makeup isn't good makeup, you know?
yeah.
So, you know, that's how Bronzed GLO Beauty was born. And my Empowered Women Empower
Mhm.
organization, I don't want to call it an accident business because nothing is by accident, but it started out as a brand. You know, I started through Bronzed GLO Beauty. I started doing pop-up shops for myself. Then I had, you know, women that would see me like, oh, I would love to do this with you. Well, come on. And then it started going from there. And
Oh,
then I said, well, this is a whole business and I'm empowering women and
mm.
their businesses. And it felt great. And so Empowered Women Empower was born.
I truly thank you for that because just feeling good within yourself. And you don't have to, I always say that makeup should never create new features, it should enhance your beautiful features. And so I
Absolutely.
love that you do have an organic product line that just, helps enhance and makes us just feel a little bit better along throughout our day. But I want to go
Absolutely.
back to what you said in the beginning of your story when you mentioned how, you're in a place of confusion. I
Mhm.
know a lot of women are, they're working for someone else and they're not happy. But
Mhm.
inside, something telling them that they are destined for more. What would you
Mhm.
say to those women who are kind of in a state of overwhelm right now and confusion about what they're supposed to do and what their purpose is?
Well, I think the first thing that I would say is please go and get my book, Transformation Finding Greater Purpose with Self Knowledge, because it's all about self knowledge.
Mm,
You know, transformations goes very into depth with just this specific topic. You know, we as human beings, we are programmed. I like to say the majority of us, because you know there are exceptions, but you know we go to school, we were supposed to get a good job with benefits and create a retirement plan, all working for someone else. But then there are persons, because it's not everyone, and that's okay. You know, not everyone has an entrepreneurial spirit, but there are certain persons out there that know that they're supposed to be doing something else, but you're tied down and bogged down with the day to day. You
mm,
know, we got to pay bills. So there's that, you know, you have to really get in tune with yourself. And it's imperative that you try and find a moment every day for yourself to meditate and to ask yourself, what is it that makes me happy?
And that's
What?
what I was about to talk about is that as we're growing up, we get a kind of a path that's given to us to go to college, to get a degree, go get a job, get retirement, and retire with a pension that no longer exists really. But no one tells us how to be happy, how to live fulfilled. And so
That's
we
right.
find ourselves in this place of unhappiness and exhaustion and just burnt out, beat out, and just depressed because we're
Mhm.
following that path, but there's more. And how do you
Yes.
find out there's more? I mean, how do you seek that?
Well, my own personal transformation, what I did well before I was ever laid off from my job, um, back then, I had set out on a journey of understanding Diana. You know, we all come with baggage. We come with past traumas. You know, we come with things that are embedded in us from, you know, our childhood, being brought up in certain environments, whether it's good or bad. You know, hey, it's life. And so I started thinking to myself, I said, okay, who is Diana? Because I was unhappy. I'm not afraid to say that. I was extremely unhappy on
Mm.
the inside. But on the outside, you would think I was just, I was happy, but I wasn't. I was unhappy, I was unfulfilled, and I was spinning my wheels. So I started reading. I started reading different books. One of my favorite books, I talk about it on my social media, is by Napoleon Hill, you know, um, Think and Grow Rich. That book was a game changer. A hard read, but a game changer.
Must
You
read.
had,
Yes.
yeah, it's a must read. Is really what it is. I started just avidly reading more. Now, I've always been one that was into affirmations for a very long time. I know the power of what an affirmation can do, but life happens. You forget about your affirmations sometimes. I did. And so I started getting back into what is it that I want? And I started praying over myself, my situations. I started affirming myself. I started planting seeds for myself in my subconscious about what I wanted. And as life, the years went on, I asked God to reveal to me what my purpose was. And it happened. But the thing about it is that when you set out on that journey, be prepared for where it takes you.
Oh, I like
because it will take you someplace, and you have to have discernment, and when you know it, because I'm a firm believer, when you get the light bulb moment, there will be no mistake about what it is.
and
You
you're
got to go.
You got to do
Yeah,
it.
you got to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't quit. I went on to get another job while I was birthing Bronzed GLO Beauty, so I was still, I had to get some money. I had to make my money. I have, a family. We got to work, and bills.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I was wearing multiple hats, but I always knew that eventually, my businesses would take the forefront, which it did.
Absolutely. I like that. I like that. And I remember the days of when I used to work corporate job and working toward climbing a ladder. And again, on the outside, it seemed like I was so happy, but I was so depressed on the inside, filled with depression and anxiety of just going to work every day. I just absolutely hated it because I knew I was destined for more. One thing that helped me is that I still took very much pride in myself. I still got up in the morning and made myself up and try to look my best. And I think that helps so much because some people, especially women, will really let themselves go and get
Absolutely.
caught up in that day to day. I call it rat race, right? The rat race, and allow it to just encompass their entire body, in their spirit. But when you feel good about yourself and you wake up and you really take the time to feel great about yourself, it doesn't matter what circumstance you're in, you feel more uplifted because you've done the work to really look your best. And I love that about, beauty products and natural beauty products and organic, but not only organic makeup, but organic foods, really just taking care of me. Okay. So I see that within your products and in your brand of empowering women. And that's a big piece of it that I talk to the ladies about is how you show up. And it's important to show up for yourself every single day because no one's going to show up for you like you do. So talk a little bit more about how your products and how your the company actually empowers women in their beauty.
Well, what we do is we are all geared around, and one of our mission statements is be bold, be beautifully you. Because no matter what you put on, be you, be organically and authentically yourself. I think that we live in a climate today where everyone is trying to be somebody else. Social media, I love social media, don't get me wrong, but social media can lead some astray sometimes. I think that it is important that women understand that when you show up as authentically you, no matter what that looks like, that's beautiful. Our products are geared toward that feeling. You know, we're organic, less is more. You don't need a bunch of foundation. You need some bronzer and some lip gloss. Organically you, put on some eyeshadow if you so please, and just be you, you know. And I think that that has made all of the difference with my brand, and it's been able to sustain through these years because we're authentic with what we do. We stand behind our organic seal because we are organic, and that's what we believe in.
Well, I had to catch myself earlier as well with social media. I love social media too, but it can get very superficial after a while, and you can start comparing yourself to these women who are not real. And I had to say, hey, Chrissy, stop it. You know, just stop it. You know, be you. You are you. You're beautiful just the way you are. And I had to talk to myself, and that was okay. What do you say to the women who think that they need to get, you know, bigger lips and Botox and all of these other fillers and plastic surgery to make themselves look like these people that they're seeing on TV or on social media or on these reality TV shows? What do you say about them? That to me, it feels like they're just empty inside, and they're trying to find some way, some fix to fill that void of not feeling beautiful within themselves.
Well, that's a touchy topic for me. I try not to judge people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I truly do, because, you know, everyone has their own path that they need to follow. But for those that may be comparing themselves to other women that they're seeing on social media, or whether it be in the fashion magazines, and you know, they want to be that person as opposed to being themselves, I would have to say that start to love yourself in all the many facets that you have. Love your curves, love your lips, love your hair, love everything about you. You know, I do find that we are our own worst critic. Me too.
Oh, you can see
There's
that.
been times I feel like, oh, I look a mess today. And I could go somewhere and someone could say, oh, you look so pretty. And my first thought is to say, what? No, I don't, but you have to stop that.
Yes,
Embrace that. You know, I would tell women to wait, you know, before you make a lifelong decision such as that, altering yourself. If you're altering yourself for the sake of wanting to be someone else, stop for a moment, dig deep, think about what it is that's making you want to make such a decision, and start affirming yourself just the way that you are.
absolutely.
And believe.
I like what you said, wait. And that's true, because as we grow up and as we develop, we change. And if you really spend time with yourself, like I did for many years, I had to take a step back and learn to love myself.
Absolutely.
Learn to love Christie, because I didn't love Christie. I didn't love anything about Christie. And really nothing was wrong with Christie, but I had to step back and love myself and just restart my life and my total being all over again. And I love that. So just wait. Things will change. Things will change when you take time for yourself and getting to learn more about you and loving you. So awesome. I love what you're sharing. I love this conversation here, Diana. Awesome.
Thank you.
Can you share with our viewers three tips on your area of expertise on how they can work on improving an area of their life now?
I would say meditate. That is one of my biggest ones. Take time to get still with yourself. block out any of that negative chatter, and just get still so that you can hear the right voices. I would also have to say to affirm yourself through affirmations. Find an affirmation that resonates with your spirit, or make up one of your own. Hey, I do it all the time. And then lastly, but most importantly, pray. I'm a Christian, so that's my advice, but pray hard and pray often, and I would have to add a fourth, but
a bonus. This is a bonus.
Right. This is a bonus. Surround yourself with people who make you feel good. There is nothing more empowering in the world than to be around people that you either aspire to be, who make you feel good on the inside. And if you don't have those persons in your life at the moment, affirm them. Pray over it. Make that one of your affirmations to increase your circle, and it shall be done. It shall be done.
I love it. I love it. Increase your circle. Yes, the people who uplift you. And our circle is so important. And people, I don't know if people understand this. I hope you do. But the people that you surround yourself with is so, so important. If you have people around you that do not uplift you, do not lift you up, do not bring good energy to your life, then let them go. You cannot continue to rise and shine and do the things that you were destined to do when you have all of this negativity weighing you down and surrounding you with all this chaos and drama. Let it go and be at peace with yourself, right? And spend a little time with yourself every day, right, Diana?
Absolutely. I would have to agree. On my journey, there were many persons that unfortunately, as I continued on my journey, they weren't able to come with me. And, that is hard. It's hard because when people begin to fall off, or God is showing you like, hey, you're trying to go here, but they can't go. You have to be willing to let them go in love.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Key word being in love. It doesn't have to be harsh and volatile. You let people go in love. And it doesn't mean that, you can't, if you see them, it's like, no, you just can't take everyone with you on that journey.
Well, I like when you said that you had a friend at work who kind of saw that spark and opportunity that you have as a business owner, and they told you that and you kind of ran with it. Well, that's a similar situation that I had. I was public speaking and coaching mentoring for many, many years. And one of my great friends said, I said, oh, I wish I could, do that, on stage and like that person. He said, Christie, you can. No, I completely didn't think that I could. And I've been working at this for so long. He said, you can do exactly what they're doing and even better. I know you. And that was the spark of inspiration that helped me to create what I am doing now. And so again, the people that you surround yourself with can help you and give you that courage and empowerment to kind of push yourself forward. And community, especially women's community, is probably a support system that you need. So wherever you are, in whatever city, whatever country you are in this world, find a great community of supportive people. Well, before I let you go, Diana, I want to ask you, what is lighting you up these days? What are you working on? What is making you smile and glow?
So many great things, Empowered Women Empower, we're doing our pop-ups every other month. We just had our Fall into Autumn pop-up expo on September 17th. And we are gearing up for our annual Christmas extravaganza pop-up shop, which is our ultimate pop-up shop for the season. Oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. It'll be taking place December 18th here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we are currently accepting vendor applications for that. Bronzed GLO Beauty, on the other hand, we are preparing our new fall line of skincare, which will be rolling out extremely soon.
Okay.
And we are working for our 2023 to take our Empowered Women in Power into different states. So yes, we got some great things coming down the pipeline. Absolutely.
Where can our viewers find you and see these events and just follow you and see what you're up to and hopefully join one of these fabulous events that you have in the future?
Absolutely. They can definitely find me on my website at empoweredwomenempower.com. That will give you all of the verbiage about, what it is that we do, how we're doing it, how we can help you, and how you can be a vendor at one of our fabulous events. And for Bronzed GLO Beauty, you can most certainly find us at bronzedglobeauty.com, where you can search and look and purchase all of our beautiful organic cosmetics. And my social media handle, if you want to connect with me directly, it is Instagram at Diana Richardson-Philliups. And Empowered Women Empower is EWE_Empowered Women Empowered.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, thank you, Diana, for being on the show and just giving some valuable information that I hope you all are listening to and will take action on. I hope to see you very, very, very soon.
Oh, you shall. I'll be out in the Texas area in October.
Awesome. Make sure you give me a call. Thank you for being on the show today. I just want to go over a couple of announcements before we head on over to conversation and a little Q&A. First, I want to give a shout out to Midwave Radio that airs our show in Scotland, the UK, and abroad, as well as on Win Win Women, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and also Apple TV. You can see the recordings there. Now I want to just tell you a little bit about a webinar that I have that you can find on my website, beseenbeloved.com. And if you know me, let me just talk about what I do. I help heart-centered, career-minded women who are overworked, anxious, and feel inferior in the workplace to rise to the next level of success by boldly stepping into their power as a stellar speaker who has found her voice and is able to communicate in a way that generates loads of cash with confidence, clarity, and confidence. So if that's you, you definitely want to tune into this webinar, How to Have It All, Career, Lifestyle, Family Without Sacrificing Your Health and Happiness. So you can go to my website, beseenbeloved.com, and grab it there, and it's free. So what's next? If you want to move forward and simply book a call with me, you can certainly do that by going to the website below, beseenbeloved.com/powerhouse-strategy-call. And let me just tell you about my Superwoman Speaker Suite, all right? It's a 90-day immersion or coaching program that's gonna help you to end your overwhelm, your chronic exhaustion, anxiety, rejection, drama, and really not feeling heard or seen or understood in the workplace or in your profession, right? And teach you how to really emerge as a powerhouse woman who is deeply fulfilled and who's an amazing leader as well. And so I invite you to book a call with me, see if we're a great fit. I have openings right now for a few of you amazing women who are looking to really take your life to the next level, take your life and your career to the next level as your most amazing and most powerful self. Now, as always, I just want to thank you again for being on the show. And you can always catch me live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 7 o'clock p.m. in the UK time. And as always, before I go, I just want to send you much love and success. Bye for now.